They say emotions make you weak. That if you cry, you're dramatic. If you feel too deeply, you're too much. And if you express what's going on inside of you, suddenly you're labeled as unstable, sensitive, or insecure. But let me tell the truth. Emotions are not a liability. They are sacred signals. They are the evidence that you're alive, present, and deeply aware. They are not weaknesses to silence. They're wisdom waiting to be heard. And yet, so many women walk through life scared to feel. Scared that if they show too much, they'll be misunderstood. Scared that if they say too much, they'll be judged. And scared that if they ask for more, they'll be labeled as needy. But what if I told you the storm inside of you is not something to hide? What if I told you that the depth of your emotions is directly tied to the depth of your power? You don't need to silence yourself to be loved. And you don't need to water yourself down to be understood. If you're here, listening, take a moment to pause, breathe, and remind yourself, your emotions are not too much. They're a mirror reflecting back what you long for and what no longer feels aligned with your worth. If this message already resonates with you, please like this video or subscribe to Worthy League, because someone else out there needs to hear what you're hearing right now. And your simple action helps get this message to them. We're conditioned to believe that good women don't make noise, that good women don't get emotional, that good women take care of everyone else before they ever consider themselves. But that's not goodness. That's emotional suppression. That's performance. That's a silent self-abandonment. Real wholeness starts when you stop apologizing for how you feel. Let that sink in. Real wholeness starts when you give yourself permission to feel it all. The sadness, the joy, the anger, the confusion, the love, the heartbreak, the hope, and still know that you are worthy. Instead of saying, I don't want to be too much, say, I'm not here to be palatable. I'm here to be whole. Instead of saying, I shouldn't feel this way, say, there is wisdom in this feeling. Let me sit with it. Instead of hiding your hurt behind perfection, allow your authenticity to become your power. You don't have to post it online. You don't have to prove it to anyone. But in the quiet moments with yourself, choose truth over performance. Choose emotional honesty over emotional numbness. Because the fear of being judged only holds power when your self-worth is tied to external approval. But once you begin honoring your truth, you'll find freedom in places you once felt imprisoned. You'll start recognizing how many times you've silenced yourself to make someone else comfortable. How many times you've made yourself small to avoid being misunderstood. And how many times you've internalized someone's discomfort with your power as a reason to dull your light. But none of that is love. None of that is peace. And none of that is your responsibility to carry. One of the most powerful things a woman can do is unlearn the belief that she has to earn rest, love, or emotional safety. You deserve peace without a performance. You deserve love without pretense. You deserve to feel without fearing how you'll be labeled. Wholeness isn't about perfection. It's about integration. It's about taking every part of you, the parts that are confident, the parts that are healing, the parts that still ache, and the parts that are growing and embracing them with grace. You don't become whole by cutting parts of yourself off. You become whole by calling them home. You're not weak for crying. You're not broken for needing time. And you're not behind for choosing a slower path to heal. You're human, and being human means feeling things deeply, navigating the mess and still daring to show up as your full self. Let me give you a few powerful shifts that will help you. Walk this path toward emotional freedom. Create a safe space with yourself. Journal. Sit in silence. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling? Then listen without judgment. If you can't be honest with yourself, you'll always struggle too. Be honest with others. Detach from the need to be liked. That doesn't mean being rude, it means being authentic. People who only love your masked self will never know how to love the real you. Stop labeling emotions as good or bad. Emotions are messengers. Even the painful ones are revealing what matters to you, what needs healing, or what boundary needs to be set. Speak up for your needs. It doesn't make you needy. It makes you self-aware. If someone dismisses your needs, it tells you more about them than it does about you. Surround yourself with people who see the real you and don't flinch. People who can sit with your pain and not try to fix you. People who respect your process, not rush it. That's safety. The truth is, the world benefits when women are whole. When women stop trying to survive emotional hunger with counterfeit connection. When women stop settling for crumbs because they've been convinced a full meal is too much to ask for. You are allowed to be too much for the wrong people. That doesn't make you too much. It just means they're not enough. You are allowed to walk away from conversations that minimize your experience, from relationships that feed off your silence, and from spaces that only accept a watered-down version of you. Because here's the reality. Your wholeness threatens people who only know how to control what they don't understand. But their discomfort is not your problem to solve. Your job is to heal, to grow, and to show up every day as the woman you are becoming, not the woman others are comfortable with. To the woman who's been told she's too emotional, too deep, too complex. To the woman who has dimmed her light just to be loved. Your emotions are not flaws to fix. They are frequencies that reveal the truth about who you are. You are not weak for feeling. You are powerful for honoring your feelings, and when you own your storm, you become unshakable. Not because you don't get rocked by life, but because you've learned how to stand inside your truth, even when it rains. Don't numb your way to peace. Feel your way to freedom. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to be whole. If this message spoke to you in any way, subscribe to Worthy League. Because this is the space where your emotions aren't too much, your dreams aren't too big, and your truth isn't too messy. This is the space where wholeness is the standard. You, my friend, are worthy of every bit of it.